Hi, Jim Widener here with Test Products International. Going to show you our TPI 9080 today. The TPI 9080 is the big brother to the 9070. The big difference is this is our smart trend meter, and this actually stores and collects data and uploads it and downloads it to our Vibe Trend software. So you're able to go out and record data, trend it over a period of time. That is the big advantage that this has over the 9070. It also has live update features where you can actually watch the screen update live as you're collecting vibration readings on machines too for troubleshooting and analysis. So essentially is what you do is you have your database, and you'll have a series of machines built in your database, and with your machine on, I just tell it 2 meter and I select the route that I've created and I send it to the machine. So I'll say Jim's route, tell it OK, and then it goes out, checks for the device, and then once it recognizes the device, it will go ahead and send the machines that I just told it to the unit. And there it goes, grinder 1. Now all the off-route points, you can collect 10 off-route readings when you're in the field. So if you get out there, there's a machine you want to add to it, you can collect those readings and bring them back and store them. So it gives you 10 of those every time. So once the sync's completed, now I just pick up the unit and go ahead and put my sensor on. It takes a standard accelerometer, 100 millivolt per G, 250 millivolts. You can program it or set it to where you want. It comes with a 100 millivolt per G accelerometer. BNC connector right on the end. You just screw it down, take your sensor, put it on your machine. Now if I go through here, push my plant button, it'll bring up my list of machines that I have inside. I have grinder number 1. I just go ahead and push the enter, and it says motor drive in, and it's ready to collect a reading there. So I turn my machine on, go ahead and tell it to take the reading. It's collecting it. There it stores it. I hit save button. Now it tells me to go to the motor non-drive in. Just move to the opposite end of my motor. Then I just go ahead and take the reading again. It's collecting it. And there it is. And push the save. And if you go back here, you can see it checked off grinder number 1, the only motor that I had in there. So if I want to escape out of that and go back to my main menu, I can convert to displacement and see it in peak to peak, 0 to peak. It gives me my bearing damage units and everything as well. So after we've collected the data, I come back, put it into the docking cradle, and then I just simply click from meter. It's going to check for the device, and then it sees the device found. Now it's looking for new data, sees 2 new readings, and it uploads the 2 readings. Now those readings are updated to the software. It was grinder number 1. I can just click on it, and there it gives me my trend graph. It gives me my spectrum. If I want to see a waterfall, I can right click, pull up my waterfall, hold my control button down, then I can adjust the waterfall, or I can use these arrow keys right here for adjusting it as well. Or if I want to go back to single spectrum, just tell it single FFT. Gives me harmonic cursors as well, my cursor types. I have simple or harmonic that I can use with it. So it's very user-friendly, easy to use. If I just want to trend my bearing readings, I can look at what's just going on with my bearing over time. If I want to look at my total acceleration, I have my acceleration spectrum here out to 600,000 cycles per minute, or 10 kilohertz, and I also have my trend graph over my acceleration. Same thing with displacement and peak to peak. And then I have my VA, which is your unbalanced, misalignment, and looseness. It'll trend each one of those individually. So you have a lot of horsepower in the software with the trending capabilities over time as you're collecting data. Now the other unique feature with the 9080 that you don't get with the 9070 is it also comes with a strobe light that just goes right onto the end of the BNC connector right here. And I can, when it's on, hit my strobe, and there you can see it flash. And I can adjust it to check my speed. I can use it for looking at couplings, different things like that. If you notice, you also have a headphone display here. We have a set of Bluetooth headphones that comes with the 9080. When you're using it in just a meter mode in the field, if you hold your menu button down, let me collect first reading here. Now I can go in here and I have a live update mode. And now my screen updates live. And I can go to whichever screen I want to for that. So I can look at it my 1, 2, and 3 times. It's set at 1200. This is actually spinning at 3600 RPM, so it's off right now. But if I go back, I can actually set this just like we do with our 9070 and take readings. I'll get my setup wizard. I'm going to take my speed up to 3600 where it belongs. You can see this is much more precise than the 9070 is. So if I had the strobe on here, it'd be doing the same thing. It would be taking it up to the speed that I needed it. We were quite low on it. And then it's a motor, and we want under 300 kilowatts, and we want a flexible foundation. Now I can go into live update. Now when I go to the screens, it actually displays it and it shows me that this is out of balance. I can move that around the machine to see where the vibration's the highest. Gives me the values and the alarm levels right there. I can go down and it's going to update live on my spectrum as well. And I have my movable cursor that I can set and find the peak on the machine. So as you can tell, you have a lot more horsepower with the 9080. There's a lot of things that it does that the 9070 doesn't do. It's an excellent device. It's 3-year warranty on it. You have the battery life, long battery life, just like you do with the 9070. It comes with the software package, or you can get it with just basic software where you can do 10 machines to 100, or you can get the K2 kit where it actually comes with headphones as well. So you have the device, the software, and Bluetooth headphones, so you can actually use the headphones for listening if you want to do lubrication. If you want to just hear what's going on inside of the machine, the headphones work great for that. So, but as I said, standard BNC connector for collecting readings. Very, very rugged device. This one actually comes with the boot as well, so you have the protective boot for putting it in there. In the back, you have the magnets on it for storing it. You can't beat it. The 9080 is probably the best instrument you're going to find on the market. Begins at $995, $1495 with software. And if you get the K2 kit with everything in it, you're $2195. So great instrument for getting your maintenance or your predictive maintenance program off the ground and running if you're not doing anything. This gets you started. So I encourage you to go to Test Products International, pick up some of our literature on the 9080, and take a really good hard look at it. Thank you for choosing TPI.